I'm back, and I haven't really had an answer. But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, everyone. Good. Oh, everyone, I'm back for Friday Peti on live. Back. I'm back. Guys, crazy week. A lot of things happen. Again, every week's a crazy week. Like, I'm back for. There's a lot to talk about today. We have a lot of topics, but in general, guys, definitely check it out. My new, definitely, guys are fans of Street Fighter 6, playing it, or I did a pretty much ranking or rating video of each Fighter 6, the main roster. I'm gonna do a video of the DLC characters later down the line, probably when Elena. I'll do one for one in season DLC. I'll do a video of those combined. Definitely check it out. It's on the channel, so definitely. But it's not doing hot right now, but that's why the algorithm messes me up sometimes. I haven't been posting so much. The algorithm posts a lot of videos, a lot of streams. It is what it is, guys. So please, if you could, definitely like on not this because you already will leave a sub to me. But like the stream, guys, and sub if you knew like what we talk about. We have a lot of people are have common sense, critical talk about gaming, movies, TV, entertainment, pulp culture, arts, all sorts of things. That genre, bunch of nerdy geek stuff, that kind of stuff. But we just like to have some conversation, have some interesting topics to go through, because there's a lot to talk about today itself as well. So I think we're gonna start with the quick topics. But yeah, so new video and anything else. Watch right now. I might do a gaming stream. No, or maybe tonight. I don't know. We'll see about that. I'm not sure, but definitely, I feel like we'll be back with the After Dark special on Sunday. I'll let you guys know in the posts update that. If not, Monday night, but we'll the After Dark. We're gonna have, of course, have Pogamy back in. We're gonna be getting more guests on that show. I know for a fact we will, but I don't know the timing and everything. Well, I don't know if hey with it and all that. I would want to have some more guests on. Just I don't know if I want to. Plus, I'm more of a smaller content creator, so I don't know if they would want to. But who knows? If anyone wants to hit me up on any podcast or invite me to it, I'd be okay with that too. It's pretty get publicity. It's free publicity. Get like to actually interact and have some good conversation. And get to know others. So yeah, if anyone's interested, hook me up, guys. My DMs are open. If you guys want to talk to me on Twitter, or you can also message me. I got a business info. You can contact me there too. My DMs are open pretty much. So if anyone wants to talk to me. Okay, so yeah, let's just get into the quick topics because there is a lot here. I don't know what to. Um, let's just start with um, let's just start with a movie. So, got some movies going here. Also, guys, before we start with the quick topics, I'm about to hit a 100 mark subscriber count, guys. I'm a couple of tiers away from sub. I'm 193 at the moment right now. Guys, please, good. It'd be awesome. I'd appreciate very much. Let's hit that 200 this month. It would be awesome. And hit another goal another month. You know, if we do this, it would be awesome. I would love it. I really want this. I wouldn't say this group us community, but I don't like using the word community. Like a group of people that think like us, I guess, kind of thing. But we don't have an echo chamber here. We really don't. People can agree. People can disagree. You whatever you like on this channel. It's just we don't like people to have echo chambers. So we can rant about stuff. We can love things. Do everything on here. It's more of like people that are passionate and have actually common sense onto things actually become good, become great. So sometimes we have to point out the negative or the things that are happening. And then sometimes we have to have some fun times and talk about the good things too. So talk about all sorts of things, good and bad. So it depends on what you think is negative. I think reporting on different topics that are going on, I don't think that's really negative, to be honest. A lot of people think, oh, that's negative news, reporting on things. I don't really think it's negative. It's how it's obscure, how it's changed or modified to be negative. Because most of the times it's just criticism, or it's just people having their own commentary. That's kind of a deal. You're not really hurting anyone. I always condone that people don't harass or hurt anyone. I just commentate on stuff and I talk about it with you. Like to have some conversation. That's what I do too. Yeah, let's now before we do that, okay, let's just get to the topics. So, I was talking about movies. I went off topic a little. That's what happens. Talk about things about other subjects. So here. Okay. So I watched, guys. I've been keeping up with Superman movie by James Gunn. They just had a new trailer that we're not gonna watch because Warner Bros. To copyright kind of deal. But I just want to talk about it a little bit. Got new Superman trailers trying to do what's right. Will James Gunn do the right by the fans? I watched this. Of course, they have this. Of course, I was gonna use this image for my thumbnail, where his eyes are kind of weird. But I didn't. um, I feel like there's bigger topics but I just wanted to bring it up. I did watch the trailer, guys, and meh. I love Superman just like every other person out there. Superman is awesome. So is Batman. But Superman trailer was meh to me. It didn't feel genuine. It I don't know. The tone of it didn't hit me as like the Reeves one or even Superman himself. I know a lot of people are gonna compare him to Henry Cavill. Probably should. I feel like okay as Superman, but I don't. I think Henry Cavill still gonna be a way better Superman. I'm just saying. I just like Henry Cavill's Superman a bit better. I really do. Thing was, the writing was bad for his character, but his character, like how he acted Henry Cavill as Superman, it was really well done. I enjoyed it. Um, I enjoyed his Superman. I really did. It's just he just got really bad. It's just he always gets cucked over, Henry. Let's just say that he always gets cucked. Matter it's The Witcher, matter it's Superman, some sort of IP, always gets cucked over. I really would want to see him as James Bond, but that's for another story. I already broke. But yeah, I didn't feel any thriller. I thought Lois fighting with or Cavill, Superman, Clark Kent. I thought that dynamic was I wouldn't want that really for a beginning kind of aspect that they're fighting. I think just talking like Superman, Lois Lane, and then talk to each other, it cuts off. I don't think him getting a, pretty much criticized for what he has done and what he has done. And like, I've saved people, I have ended wars and all this and that. That's what Superman said. And Lois is still bashing him. I'm sorry. And all that is pretty much put on Superman. He gets all the baggage. And then you see a lot of what's going on. Superman's fighting kaiju, saving people. He's stopping wars, getting his ass whooped. I don't know what's with Superman always getting his ass whooped. I don't understand. Like, I really don't know what's up with that, but okay. Yeah, crypto once again. I'm not a big fan of crypto, but if you like it, whatever. I think it's because they want like younger audiences to come in and they cryptos dog kind of deal. But I just want it to be all Superman, Hawk Girl, and then I see Green Lantern, and I'm like, oh, about this, just full of Mister Terrific. Is it Mister Terrific? I'm not sure. There's just a lot of characters. I don't want this movie just all about these characters, these side characters. I want it to be actually a good Superman movie. That's what I want. It to be a pure Superman movie. Feels like it's going to be compact with a lot of things in there. I don't know. I could be wrong about that, but I think the best thing so far that I watched in the trailer that I felt like the Lex Luthor character itself felt really good. Like I don't know who the actor is who's playing him. It be from the X-Men First Class one. But I think his performance of Lex Luthor, just all little bits, and I think that Lex Luthor, I think that's a good pick for Lex Luthor. Looked really well done, that character. Everyone else, Lois Lane, I'm not really into. Superman, I don't know. It's difficult, but I hope this movie does well. But my gut feel that this is not gonna be that a lot of people talking about. It's that comes by, maybe people talk about for a month and then here, or it could be one of those movies that will be remembered for years to come. We don't know about this, but yeah. Oh, there you go. Like the stream, guys, and sub as well. To take. But yeah, we'll see more about what Superman has to. This trailer was better than the last one. I have to agree about that, but I don't know if there's hope for DC special. What's this one needs to make the mark. What else needs to make the mark too? We got another trailer right around the corner where Superman came out. We got a new trailer from Marvel. We got Ironheart. So Ironheart is like gonna be like a female version of Iron Man. Um, trailer for this, I watched a little bit of it, but I couldn't watch the whole thing because I thought it was really cringe. I thought it was. I don't know why this like cringe. I don't know everything about Marvel. Like there's times where Marvel can get it right, but the Disney so cringe recently. It's cringe. But so we got Ironheart. Ironheart dislikes Marvel's latest Disney Plus trailer gets rated. So people are not enjoying what they see with Ironheart. I don't blame you. I couldn't even watch the whole trip. I glanced through a little bit of it and I'm like, yeah, I'm not watching. Nope. I was probably not gonna watch it anyway. Marvel has been a shell of it's not what the first phase used to be. Remember Iron Man, the first movie of Iron Man? Remember that? Because I do. I went to the movie theaters when the first Iron Man movie came up, and I remember in that movie actually because I didn't know Iron Man. Like I known about these characters, like in general in Marvel. Like I know about characters, but I never really got into like comics as much when I was younger. Um, I really it feels like if I read a comic, I need to read. But I didn't want to get into comics too hard because it's like manga where you read a lot of them, and you have to get the next one, next one, kind of deal. Like it gets overwhelming. Say the same thing with I play kind of deal. But if I have a comic and if I borrow a comic or something happens, I will read it, kind of deal. But yeah. So I didn't know anything about Iron Man. Fast little. I didn't know anything about Iron Man. It was mostly Spider Man, Super Batman, and then some other Marvel characters. I knew Hulk, Thor, Captain America. Iron Man was kind of a side piece. I really didn't really about this character. Iron Man, he kind of lame. I thought he was lame. I watched that movie. I totally shifted away. I thought Iron Man was really laughter. Had that so inspirational story of him trying to get out of how he almost died, or how he almost, yeah, like pretty much died in battle zone. Tony Stark, and he made this guy who had so much money. He got out of this situation, and now he's trying to money for good now, kind of deal. Then you see this with Ironheart, um, the female Iron Man, and it's like it's so weird. It feels like a little bit I've seen, like kind of like steal from people to make it that she wants to be iconic, kind of deal. Then you have the story of Iron Man from the first movie. Compare it to this, um, I don't think there's much of a difference. Probably more, probably enjoy more, Iron Man than the. I would just, yeah. I don't think this or a TV show that people enjoy. It's because just how she becomes Ironheart or whatever. It's not as enjoyable as of Iron Man. Just saying, like, have to make character have to make character attached to them. Well, genuine. But the thing is, it doesn't feel like we're just pushing this. So we need to have this Iron Man-esque character. And Iron Man, happened to him in Endgame. Iron Man's gone. Done for. So they're trying to replace it with this character, which they'll never do. They'll never replace the OG Iron Man. Never. But that's just what Ironheart is. It's not doing good, so the backlash for it is pretty bad. I just wanted to bring this up a little. Ironheart just people just doesn't know what. You just ask. Just I don't understand why Marvel did and just hire fans and make stuff for what they want, kind of deal. Like I feel like if you hired fans more, this kind of thing, not these directors that don't know what the heck they're doing, characters kind of deal, where they're just like, oh, I think I like this character, but in life they don't kind of deal. I feel like you need fans to actually write these. People that actually read the comics, or even the writers themselves who wrote the comics, if they're still alive, kind of deal. Get them in there and tell the stories they do. But the thing is, even modern Marvel comics, they're pretty bad. They're getting also Ironheart is from Marvel Comics. Those stories are kind of ass. And a lot of the older stories way better back in the day. So yeah, it's weird. They're like, yeah, we're taking stuff from the comics and making it modern day and stuff like that, but somehow it's not fitting because I think people just don't care anymore. They just don't care about these characters. They care about care about like I like the side characters. I do. That's why I think a show thing side characters would be fun. But these characters don't resonate with me. Our Ironheart might be cooked. Actually, it's probably cooked. I probably. That's it. That's Ironheart. Okay, so okay, we got another one, guys. Crazy about Ubisoft. Ubisoft just got problems. We found out about Assassin's Creed Shadows. Found out about what's going on with Ubisoft with that. So or not, whatever. But he said this. So it turns out Assassin's Creed Shadows 367,000 copies. So there's a source for that person. And then but people are still, as of today, still propping up. Yes. True. Remember Ubisoft, they said million people engaged. They never gave us actually number how many copies were sold. Backlash for Assassin's Creed Shadows was insane. It was huge. I know there was a lot of people trying to promote this game. They got copied. They were shilling for it or whatever, or they had a paid promotion for whatever. But it's just this game doesn't resonate with gamers. This didn't resonate with a lot of people. And a lot of people couldn't even finish the game. They got that Ubisoft Plus thing, and then they dropped it. A lot of people don't want to play this game. One of the worst Assassin's Creed that ever came out. Probably one of the worst ones. There's probably one that's probably worse. Probably the last one that came out. Raj or something. That could be the worst one. This one's also pretty bad. Um, I think this is how you tell if people are genuine or not, or if they are just out there for politics, own the chuds, and trying to create a narrative. Are the real grifters, because grifters don't really know what you are saying, or you double down against facts in order to prop up narrative. Yeah, and I know people. There were comments, nasty comments that people call me grifters. Like, yeah, whatever I say, I believe. I'm not actually getting paid off, or I'm not believing the narrative that they're actually pushing. I have my own opinion. I have my own comments about it, my own criticism, and that's all me. That's all real. That's all real. Trust me. There are times where I uh, talked about things that I didn't like, that I didn't agree with someone. I had time. I agreed, kind of deal. Or I did is I kind of speculated about this situation. I always do. I don't. You never see me get paid out in some sort of. If I trust a company and they don't lie to me, then I will actually tell you about, something, if it's a sponsorship or anything. I will tell you straight up if it's a good one or not. I don't want to lie to my community, or my subscribers, my fans. I don't want to lie to you. So what I do, I try to be as transparent as I can. I try to do. Sometimes I like to joke around. That's true. I do that. Or we have a fun time when we were doing. We have the After Dark special. We do fun times there. Sometimes we have laughs and fun of stuff and different things, in the background. Never do stuff that's actually hurtful in any way. Just commentate, and we just critique on things. That's all we do. Kind of do, And then we talk about things that we're passionate about and have fun time with, stuff like that. That's all it is. This channel was all pretty much brought out because of the passion. I enjoy things that I love, and maybe you love too. That's why I made this channel in general, because I was passionate about different subjects with different things, especially in gamings and movie stuff. Because those I grew up and I played a lot and watched a lot and enjoyed that kind of that were that entertainment space, pulp culture and everything. But it times have changed. Times have changed. So let's continue. And it says this. Yeah, we talked about the grifters. This sales number is half the launch of Ghost of Tsushima on PC. A much smaller budget aside, set in Japan. You have games like Schedule 1 selling 7.7 million on PC.
Holy shit.
That's insane. Same source of all numbers here. Even Oblivion Remaster sold 1.8 million copies on. Yep, that did pretty good too. Even though they did censor some things in that game. It's minimal, but there is some censorship in Oblivion. But it's very minimal, and it's still a fun game either way. So people just don't talk about it as much. But yeah, by no objective measure is Assassin's Creed Shadows a success, especially for how much it cost to make rumored 300 million, or how big a brand it was. It should have been a slam dunk to put Assassin's Creed in Japan. I agree. If this was Assassin's Creed Japan, I feel like if you continue the story, because I hated that Assassin's Creed franchise took out Desmond and like different aspects, they just continued different types of with the when they put them into the chambers and they look through their DNA and then they look back at their past, their lineage, like that thing. I wish they still brought that back because that was the interesting factor. I think to Assassin's Creed was the side thing in the future, and then they had the past story. Well, I thought that was cool, but since it's just all the past story now into one story, I feel like the world didn't feel that interesting. I don't know. That's just me though. That's when I thought Assassin's Creed was downhill after 3, because Black Flag kind of had it, but it was like a side story. It wasn't even that interesting. Most of it was just Black Flag. The main was the pirate aspect of it. But yeah, that's when I thought Assassin's Creed downhill from. So yeah, it wasn't Assassin's Creed, but it's getting stale. I thought that was really now they just ask stuff kind of deal. But it has no there's nothing to actually that anymore. Past stuff. We look at, I guess, the DNA of these people chamber, and then that's it. And all you get is the random assassins now from different areas in the world. Like, I don't know about this one, guy. I thought could have made it more interesting. Could have made it more. Even the movie did that. The movie made it interesting. The movie was ass, but it still did that kind of story arc. It didn't all. Yeah, another one. Ubisoft stock crashes 18% after earning Tencent all out. So yeah, so what's going on is Tencent might actually grab Ubisoft, as well as their stock crashed 18%.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
That sucks. That's really bad. And they had to. The earnings call came in, and they had to say something about it. They pretty much said, well, uh, but no, they didn't. They pretty much lied to investors that what is going on here. Uh, Ubisoft is cooked. They're cooked. There's nothing to talk about. It's in such a bad shape. Every game that came out Ubisoft last year in this game has been a disaster. Has been a disaster. Hasn't been any good game out of it. I could say maybe the Prince of Persia game, but that just is another kind of a game. I don't even know if it's that bad. Not that good either. But yeah, it's really bad. All of these games that Ubisoft doesn't give you quality games; they give you quantity. And I've noticed this over the years, and I told you, Ubisoft is that kind of game studio that I probably will never buy from it because they're the that is just slop after slop of games, and they're half-assed made. They're broken messes, and they don't feel like they're not worth what you paid for. They just don't feel like that. It doesn't feel like a game that's worth it. I don't know. It's just slop. Every time I think about slop, slops, it's Ubisoft more than EA now. EA is also kind of slop, but EA still has quality of has something in it that still is interesting, know? But it is also pretty bad. They're more of, I think EA is more of they're more money hungry. But it's like it's changing now a little bit. They're actually changing their, so weird that EA changing courses, and you see Nintendo, Xbox, PlayStation, all these companies raising their prices, and then EA's like, nah, this is a bad strategy that they're doing. I'm gonna leave it at 50 kind of deal, or 70. But it's like, whoa, what the heck? It feels like I'm in a different time period. Like, feels like I just jumped into like different time where the Twilight Zone kind of deal. You know? Actually, something that's consumer friendly. No way. There's no way. That's insane. Insane. Okay, so yeah, that's got that Ubisoft new for. So yeah, I don't know what Ubisoft's gonna do with this one. Gonna be interesting. I don't think Ubisoft's gonna last too long. Okay, so guys and girls. So there's some good news, guys. Are you guys fans of Stellar Blade from last year on the PlayStation 5? Well, like they leaked a Stellar Blade P date confirmed after trailer posted earlier. So they posted the trailer was how long? May 12th. So it was like earlier this week. And yesterday they just did a trailer for the PC port for it. Stellar Blade. So so what it's actually gonna have, PlayStation accidentally uploaded Stellar Blade PC launch 11th. So it's 11th, guys. And the trailer is really good. Gonna have full DualSense controller support, AI upscaling and frame generating, unlocked frame rate, Japanese and Chinese voiceover, ultra wide display support, and higher resolution textures. I think there's also even more clothes to give each Stellar Blade. So yeah, this is gonna be this is the ultimate edition of Stellar Blade. The PlayStation 1 or the PlayStation 5 one was for pretty much just the beta. Let's be honest. It was a lower version of the game. When you see the comparison to this game, I'll play the trailer a bit. We can watch a little. If you see
Rated
this trailer
M for
for
mature.
it looks very good. Might not come out. Might not, but it looks way better. Way better. In so many ways, it looks better. And you can see, like,
I've been waiting for
the textures are better, the frame rate's better, everything about this game is better. Since the PlayStation 5, no, it's unlocked now. So, the PlayStation version could do, obviously, graphics or one more frame rate. You can have both. Now you can have both. So, this is the real experience of Stellar Blade, and it's finally coming out. Hopefully I can play this because I really
world being how it is. I
it
think
looks
I'd already given up
amazing. And I kind of like the Nier Automata, Bayonetta kind of game. They're adding more stuff in this too, so that's cool. Really. But yeah, Stellar Blade, more costumes. I think 25 more. Yeah, new costumes added. More skins showing. You know that. We're gonna love it. Gonna have more skins showing, more cutesy little costumes. I love that. Women and men. And you can see there's more texture. Bunch of better things in the game for Stellar Blade. And I've been waiting for a PC port for this. Like, oh, I have to wait a whole year for a PC or day kind of deal, you know? But now it's finally gonna be. Can't wait to check this out. This will be a game I hope I can play on my PC. Upgrade my PC. But it looks really good in general. I can't wait to check. And I think there's a pre-order and deluxe edition for the bundle. So yeah, I just want to talk about Stellar Blade a little bit. Celebrate, update, how cool, adding to the game, costume, that. But it's funny that it got leaked. It's like, oh, it's still coming out though. Oh, okay. How do you mess up a leak? Like, not a leak, but how do you mess up like put it out there and people? So weird. I don't know how that even happened, but shit happens like Sony. It's always Sony. They always get hacked. They always have some Helldivers 2 incident and like stuff happening. Like it's always Sony getting. And they had that thing with Steam. I remember Steam. There was stuff talking about Steam hacked. Information was taken. Million people and all this and that, and then came out to be. Yeah, it's interesting how that works. Even though it's not to say anything bad, I think it's good to update your password information once in a while. Just to be safe. Never know when you get hacked or comes up. Good to update your password info. Oh, Steam. Even though if it's Steam or PlayStation, I've updated my password from many times. I would say. Okay, so next topic, guys. We're trying to get through as fast as possible. We have more guys. If you guys are fans or still playing, I don't know, but it was one of my favorite games last year. One of my favorite multiplayer games last year. First Descendant. So the First Descendant just were at PAX and updated what is coming to next season. Descendant 3. Getting a lot of stuff in update. A lot new stuff. So First Descendant update. Nier Automata collaboration announced. So getting 2B outfits. Very cool. It fits with the world. And many others. I can see the world because the biotic stuff and different elements to it does feel like it's a good collab. It's a good choice. It's gonna be a breakthrough speak. So massive field. Exion planes. So we got a new environment, new vehicles, the hover bike. So we're getting a bike now to move around. That's awesome. New content, Colossus Field Raid, new lounge. So we're getting pretty much a hangout lounge, however you want, lounge where you can hang out with your friends and player and just crazy stuff. More. It's gonna be first person. That's what I heard. So pretty much VR chat is in First Descendant, which I'm like, I don't know. I think that one's gonna be sus, my dude. I think that one's gonna be sus. Very sus. You already know it's gonna be sus.
God. Oh my God.
It's gonna be sus, but it's gonna be funny. And you can see a bunny on the bike. Cool. There's gonna be a new story element. Cool. Of end. Descendant Nell. Okay, that's cool because she was an NPC for a long time, and I think a lot of fans want her to be a character they can play with. Okay, cool. So Nell's gonna be Descendant. New ultimate, Luna. Oh, Luna. The girl. She's gonna be the new ultimate. Okay. New weapon, sword, 3 types. Interesting. So you're getting a sword now, not just first ever official crossover, Nier Automata. Very cool. Additional announcement. Glide to Death, Blossom. Okay. Coming second. There's gonna be another thing. So this is a summer kind of event then coming soon. All right, so yeah, if you guys are into First Descendant, just wanted to do a little update here about this. Very cool. I know there's people saying this game is bad. It's a kind of game. Sucks. Um, I enjoy it. Like I said in my old video last year, I enjoyed this game. I haven't been playing as much, but when this drops, I'll definitely check it out for sure. I don't mind playing it with friends. I think with friends, it's actually really fun, and the grind is not that bad, but it is grindy. Can be. Um, but I enjoy the First Ascent. I really do. I don't think it's as bad as most. I just hope Nexon doesn't actually wreck this game, and it's not a game that's just forgotten kind of deal. I want this game to grow, but I don't know how when it's a small, they need time to do stuff. So I don't know how this is gonna work out. Speaking about Stellar Blade, they could even add evenness from Stellar Blade. It's a Korean developer who made First Ascent. Same with Stellar Blade. You got Nier Automata, put in Stellar Blade in there. Pretty neat. That's another one they can do. Perfect. Like Freyna. Freyna would be cool. Yeah. That's the First Descendant, guys. I thought drop there about that game. Okay, and I think this is the last quick one. Hey guys. Okay, the last quick one, guys. This one I think is really cool. I like what's going on. So, you guys are fans of GTA 4. We talked about this at the After Dark special about GTA 4 getting a remaster. And hey, maybe there's rumors out there, leaks that there might be coming a GTA 4. Talked about this last. Now we got another thing about GTA. Like formal Rockstar dev comments on GTA 4 remaster, claim and says Niko is still the best protagonist. Yes. I've been saying this for such a long time. Oh yeah. I've been saying this too. I think GTA 4, Niko Bellic was such a good character. Surprisingly, a really made character. He had flaws. Yes, that's what made him interesting. But he was trying to change what he was going through, kind of deal. My lights are. Uh-oh. What's going to happen? It's live. Lights are flickering. Hopefully it doesn't crash. Everything does. Got some light flickering. It's raining real hard here, and on and off rain where I live. And but yeah, Niko Bellic, really sick. So what did he say about this? I kind of want to read a little. Yesterday, a claim surfaced online suggesting that a Grand Theft Auto 4 remaster could hit the market later this year. That naturally set the gaming world ablaze, as many viewed it as a potential opportunity occupy time until the May 26 around. As the claim gathered traction, a former Rockstar legend by the name of Obi Vermij took I'm bad with names. Took to social media to that GTA 4 should be remastered. Also mentioned that Niko Bellic is still the best protagonist in any GTA game. Yes. Bold statements. Obi soared in popularity in 2023 when he set up a blog to share secret side stories his time at Rockstar Games. The developer worked on GTA Vice City, San Andreas, and 4, as well as some spin-off titles. Dude, this guy knows his shit. He worked on like one of the best games, I think, for the best. I think GTA 5 wasn't as good. I don't know. I've been saying this for a while. Hot take or not, but I think GTA 5 wasn't that good. Multiplayer was definitely fun. I have to agree. Gameplay was good. Story and characters, nah, nowhere in the tier where GTA. Making him a fountain of knowledge. He has often appeared on platforms. All matters of development. Recently, a user asked thought about the rumors on GTA 4. I hadn't heard those rumors. I think GTA 4 should be remastered. It's a great game. There have been a number of successful remasters. He's not wrong. Remasters have been ads in the last couple of years. Yeah. Love those. Yeah, the cash grab kind of games. But if they're not cash grab, then they're actually remastered ground up, or not ground up, but remade for the ground up, and remasters or ports. But now it's kind of getting really obscure now, where remasters are almost close to like a remake. Now it's getting to that point now. Retarded. Just absolutely retarded. I'm just going to use that word. It's retarded. A remaster should be just a port with better graphics, pretty much. It's just better. It's upscaled, everything better kind of thing. That's what I thought remaster was. A remake is made from the ground up. Make everything new with a new engine and new assets, but it's still the same game kind of deal. Then there's reimagining, which remake and reimagining, that's a whole nother changing story, changing characters, but it's still the same story. That's like Final Fantasy 7 remake. That's a reimagining. That's not actually a remake from the. Or we'll get into Square later. I would like to see an update. Niko is still the best protagonist in any GTA game, I think. As it happens, I agree with Obi. I recently penned a breakdown and ranked all the major GTA protagonists. Niko Bellic, the top spot. Yes. I'm not the only one that said that. Niko Bellic is so well made. It's surprising how good that character is. How good that character is, I just can't believe it. Some people will say, nah, he's not that good. I think he's actually really well written. A well written character. He has flaws, but he's trying to change. But he's just a badass character. Do you agree with Vermiji and GTA 4? I agree. I just wanted to read a little bit of this one. But I agree that Niko Bellic is the best protagonist in GTA. Johnny's kind of cool. Luis is kind of cool in the DLCs. But I feel like Niko, top tier character. This character and everything about like GTA 4 is what made me got really, really into GTA. Like I like GTA Vice City, GTA 3, San Andreas. I like those games, but I think this is what hooked me the most was GTA 4. I don't know why it was or whatever, but I thought it was really the aspect of what it was actually trying to say. Very interesting. But yeah, that with Rockstar. Sure. Okay, let's get to the main story, guys, because so let's start with Fatal Fury City of the. We pull up the Okay, here's Fatal Fury. I'm checking out the Steam. Um, here's the Steam deal for Fatal Fury Wolves. It's a new franchise, and I'm not like a big Fatal Fury. I've known about Fatal Fury and King of Fighters. I know those SNK games, but I was never a big fighting game fan of that genre. I know it exists, but I never got into it. So this was like pretty much my first game I wanted to get into. I was propping this game up being a next competitor to Street Fighter 6. I was wrong. I have to say, I was wrong about this game in some ways. I did get into the beta, the open beta. I played it. I thought it was very difficult, very hard. Definitely, if you're getting into this like Street Fighter, that's what my mindset was. It's not like Street Fighter, a bit different. It's close to it, but it's a bit different. And it was interesting game. I'm not gonna say it's bad. I still want to give it more time, but something just felt off about the game. Could be, it could be they added real people in the game. I really think fighting games adding real people like Cristiano Ronaldo or that Swedish DJ in the game. Obviously the Prince, Arabian Prince bought this game franchise, SNK. That was his picks. He wanted those characters in the game. And that's fine, I guess, but I feel like it would have been better to make a character inspired by that character. You know, you have Fei Long in Street Fighter is literally inspired of Bruce Lee. So they have, you could have characters that are inspired by real life people. I just don't want real life people in my fighting game. I really don't want that. Just with Def Jam New York and stuff like that, that's fine. That's fine because rappers. But a fighting game. But so this went 80 now, 80%. It's good, but it's still not that much. And right now there are people playing Friday afternoon. 762 players, 24-hour peak 1027, and all-time peak 4064. That's not really that good. You could see it goes down, going real down now. This game is not doing so well. It's really sad to see because this game has a lot for it. It really, really does. And this game is $60. And I feel like this game could have been maybe a little bit less, maybe a 40 or 50. And maybe they could increase their player count. I think 60 might be a little too much for this. Because this franchise has been dormant for like 26 years. It has been gone for a while, this fighting game. The Fatal Fury. And just bringing it back now, people don't really know this one as much as like a lot of other fighter games. People know Tekken, people know Street Fighter, people know Mortal Kombat. Those are the big ones. But then you have these smaller ones. There's a bunch of smaller fighting games that also need to looked at because they are actually, I think they put too much marketing. People say there wasn't enough marketing. I think there was marketing. There's a lot of marketing. It's just, it didn't resonate with people. Don't know why. Because this game has everything going for it. It really does. Sad that this is happening. So, so it says SNK's Fatal Fury loses opening match. Sells less than 9,000 physical copies in Japan across first two. So even in their own country where SNK was making Fury, it's not selling so well. So what happened? Was it don't know, was it some sort of change in thing? Because the design of these characters look really good. Oh, they look really good. Shit. Holy shit. God damn. God damn.
God damn!
Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I just woke. um, it's pretty interesting, right? Interesting. Very interesting. This character is actually, I played this in the beta. It's actually pretty fun to play. Not gonna lie. But yeah, these characters, but you add like DJ, Ronaldo, you have Rock back, that's cool. Rock's awesome. But like, not doing well. You have oh gosh. My mama. Baby. Johnny Bravo. Baby. And game should be doing well. It should be, but it's not. I don't know what could be the problem with it not doing well. Could be the mechanics are not friendly, I can say. Maybe it's actually a fighter that you actually have to learn. Maybe it's not for normies. Could be any of those. That's what I'm guessing. Because when I played it, I had a hard time playing it. Now, I'm not like a huge, like, technical fighter. I like playing fighting games. I really, like, one of my favorite genres. I loved playing them back in the day. Arcades. Love fighters. But it is a technical game. And I'm a normie that I wouldn't say I'm a normie really, but I do explore myself when I get into games and fighting games. And I love the character designs. I love a lot of aspects of the fighting game. I love the one-to-one mechanic versing each other. It's really fun, especially with friends. I'm not like super into fighting games where I'm like a master at it, but I do understand them. I thought this was a little bit difficult on my side. I would definitely check this out if it drops down in price. I would definitely pick this up and try it out. I saw DLC fighters coming to this that could raise this up a bit more if they add the DLC characters which are coming out soon with Ken and Chun-Li. I think that's going to increase the likeliness of people trying to pick this up and check this out. I don't think Ronaldo and J guy, what his name is, the reason people want to pick this up. And in most of the fans, since it's very, very niche, there are fans out there that love Fatal Fury, and they're sticking to this, and they enjoyed this, love this. They've been waiting for this for a long, long time. So, it's really upsetting. I'm upset about this one. I really am. I wish they would do better, and they deserve to do. It really does. It really does. Game has a lot of potential. It really does. And I just had a feeling when I played the beta that I was worried that this is gonna. I was just worried. Oh, I forgot to talk about that. Talk about that. But yeah, here's another one with SNK CEO steps down after Fatal Fury. So the SNK who made State of the Wolves and all sorts of things, he stepped down on because it's not doing the whole thing. It's upsetting. It really is upsetting that this is happening. I hope the best for this. I hope it's like Street Fighter V, where it was doing really bad in the beginning and then it rose back up a bit. I hope this one gets a nice boost later down. I hope it does with the DLCs, and I hope it really does. It deserves more love. It does. I don't know. When you have big competitors like Mortal Kombat, Mortal Kombat's pretty much, it's only like Tekken and Street Fighter, and both of those games are having problems too now, in general. with the community. So Tekken's doing wrong, and so is Street Fighter. So, and then Mortal Kombat's just out. It's completely almost gone because how bad Mortal Kombat 1 did. Tekken 8's not doing well. Street Fighter 6 is not doing well. They had their peaks when they launched, and they went down. But that's most fighting games. That's how it goes. But yeah, that sucks for. Really does. I wish more for Fatal Fury. Out of that situation. Find something that can. Okay. Oh. Let's get to the next big sub. So, have Square Enix. Okay, we'll start with Square Enix. Square Enix just revealed that they're going to have plans. They have plans to run the company over the next 3 years. Square Enix wants to focus on delivering high quality games from or constantly. So now they're saying less quantity, more quality games. Wasn't a lot of their games all quality though? But the thing is, it didn't hit well because they were trying to go after trends. Square Enix loves going after trends. They've been doing that. You have big budget games like Final Fantasy 16, had Kingdom Hearts 3, had Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. You have these big budget games. They're quality games. Something is missing in those games. It feels like it didn't hit the mark. I didn't hit the mark. Kingdom Hearts 3 took too long to make. When it came out, it was a baby-fied version of the other Kingdom Hearts, where 1 and 2 feel way better, way more complex. Kingdom Hearts 3 felt really baby. Every time I played it, I literally stopped playing it. I couldn't even beat the game because how easy it felt in some aspects. Maybe I need to put on hard difficulty. I don't know. But the summons and all those stuff, it just felt easy. Fighting was kind of trash all over the place. I don't know. It felt like a different Kingdom Hearts. It felt like I think it took too long from Kingdom Hearts 2 because all of the dumb spin-offs are going on. That could be it too. I need to go back and play them to see actually. Because when I picked up Kingdom Hearts 3, I was really disappointed. Really disappointed. And then we got Final Fantasy 16, and then it started with 15, where we got into more of the action RPG. It wasn't any turn-based style anymore. And I don't hate it, but I think it doesn't fit the Final Fantasy, what it was beginning. We had Final Fantasy. Most of the Final Fantasies were turn-based. I enjoyed that. I really liked the turn-based aspect of it. But when it moved more of an action RPG element, I think it lost its essence a little. It really did. It felt like going back to JRPG style could have benefited more. You could see that with Expedition 33. I think Square is actually really upset that they didn't make a game like that and how well it's selling, Expedition 33. It is what we wanted for people. Final Fantasy fans wanted a game like that for years. After they did 13, they should have went into 15 or 16, that kind of combat style. Make it more interactive, the turn-based system. I think it would have been good because you have a little action in there and then you have RPG elements and it's, the turn-based system. But now it's just full-on action. It felt like I was playing a Devil May Cry game kind of deal. It felt like that. Story, it's not a bad game. Final Fantasy 16 is not a bad game. It just doesn't feel like the Final Fantasy that most people want. It's too action heavy kind of deal. Not too bad. Story is very well developed in some areas. A lot of cool character designs. I don't know why. But it didn't hit the mark with a lot of people. Maybe Square needs to go back to that JRPG element. Maybe saw Expedition 33. Maybe they're inspired by it now. Who knows? But yeah. And then we have Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which a lot of people, when they played 7 Remake, when it came out, it did really well because everyone was expecting a one-to-one creation of Final Fantasy VII on the PS1. Make it maybe a more a mixture of action and turn-based kind of style. Make it closer to like Kingdom Hearts kind of style. And people are like, okay, I'm okay with that. It's not too bad. I wish they had this and that, but yeah, people are like, okay, give it a shot. And then it split the Final Fantasy VII community pretty much. There are people that enjoyed it, that probably never played the OG, and there are people that let's just say didn't enjoy it because they said this wasn't like a one-to-one. This is a reimagining. This is a fanfic kind of story. So much plot holes, plot elements, all the ghosts, kind of deal. And then Rebirth came along, and it underperformed. And I was like, maybe you should have just done a one-to-one remake. I know there's people out there. I know there's other people out there that have been saying, out there in the content sphere, that they don't want a one-to-one. They're okay with this story. I don't think that's actually. I think they want a one-to-one story, better graphics, better UI, better detail. That's what everyone wanted. Which it does have some elements to it, but it's still a different kind of vibe to it, a different story. Because they do so much fanfic kind of deal in it. They don't go straight to the point like the original. They spin out of control and do different elements to it. But it's all going to lead to the same thing because they're going to lead to Advent Children. All going to lead to that one aspect. But I can go on and on by this. It's so weird. And that's why it was underperformed, because a lot of the people that picked up Final Fantasy VII Remake, they were pretty much lied to. That this is a one-to-one recreation of Final Fantasy. It's not. It's not. It's an alternative timeline, different version, with similar elements to story 7, but it's in a different kind of different aspects and different characters and story stuff. They're all changed. They're changed around. So it's not. And that split the community. So that's another thing. And also the censorship from Dragon Quest III Remake, HD Remake, censorship with that. People did not like what they did, and it should be happen with. They literally changed the art style of the man himself, Toriyama. Made Dragon Ball, who through Dragon Ball, Chrono Trigger, and many other amazing games. Dragon Quest, all kind of game, Sandland. They just literally fucked it up, and they did their own style. It's so disrespectful. So disrespectful. And yeah, Square is a shell of itself. And now they're actually saying, wow, we're doing so bad. Our stock is going down. Everything bad. We need to do a reboot. So what are they going to Square Enix plans to emphasize quality over quantity. Businesses, and it has come up with strategy. to help it realize goals. The company has now revealed more details on its Square Enix Awakens medium-term plan that will unfold in the next 3 years. According to Square Enix, it plans to adopt a multi-platform approach. Major titles on a basis starting March 27. All of its game titles will be placed under the management of, and this will allow all of its in-house knowledge to be accumulated, and Square Enix added this new approach has also resulted in several in development canceled. Decided to focus versus funding other projects instead. So little games, like I think there was another Kingdom Hearts spin-off, they canceled it. There's still Kingdom Hearts 4 coming down the line, but they canceled that. They canceled other smaller projects. I think Dragon Quest 1 and 2 are still coming out because they did pretty well with Dragon Quest 3. And they want to. So what they're doing is more remakes, more remasters, more ports. That's all they're doing. And then maybe one big game once a year if it's possible, but nothing really the pipeline. Like this literally shows that they're creatively bankrupt. Where Enix is just bankrupt of creativity. They look at Expedition 33 and they're like, why can't we make games like that? Oh yeah, we said that we can't make games like that because maybe Westerners won't like games like that. And like this game sells crazy in the West. Bruh. What are we doing here?
Bruh.
What are we doing? People want to play. So here's what's up. So yeah, it looks like they're doing the Switch port for Remake 7. Management structure. All projects at our domestics SD titles. Decided to discontinue development of titles and invest additional funds in titles that require refinement, thereby steadily implementing strategy of selecting extracting development resources. Square Enix update its investors will continue to hold the scale of development, investment, and manner. This is bad. The new multi-platform approach. So they're going multi-platform, which they probably should have done for a while. Because originally Square was very a Nintendo brand. Then it became PlayStation. Now it's just becoming, we're everywhere. Which, if they're in a situation like this right now, they should go multi. Good. Final Fantasy VII Remake trilogy will be coming to Nintendo Switch consoles. I wouldn't say the trilogy, maybe just the first one. I don't know even if Rebirth will be able to handle on Switch 2 or even the next one. I don't think so, but who knows? Maybe it'll do some sort of crazy magic technology work. My guess it's going to be lowest graphics. Final Fantasy Remake Integrate will be launch game console alongside Bravely Default Fairy HD Master, but a release date for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth hasn't been. Final Fantasy XIV also arrived on Xbox console last year. Microsoft platforms. Then they had the Magic, they did that. So, multi-platform, doing collabs with a bunch of people, ports. I think I read also that they're doing AI stuff, which is like, okay. I think most gaming companies are doing AI stuff anyway, but okay, whatever. I enhance production by optimizing the development footprint of the digital segment. What does that even mean?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Oh my God!
God damn!
I don't even know. But yeah. Yo, guys. So they want to reboot Square. Hopefully they reboot it for the better because they need a hard reset. They really do. They need to reset, think what they're doing. Most of what Square is actually making money of is their own merch. They have so crazy great IP that they're selling merch. That's how they're getting the money, I would say. But there are also a couple of games. But I think what they're going to be doing is what Konami has been doing, where they're just going to make ports and remakes like they did for Silent Hill 2. They've done the Castlevania. And now they're doing Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta remake. I think they're going in that position where Square is going to be that, like Konami's doing. But that's what I see the far future. They did this to themselves because they were chasing trends. They're chasing that ESG money too. And that's what happened. That's what happened. Really said this is not, and they're creatively bankrupt too. Let's just say that because they don't know what they're doing. I think they know what they're doing. They just can't make the mark. Especially Forspoken. That Forspoken crushed them hard too. Then you have that problem with Life is Strange now, where they probably won't even make Life is Strange, canceling that. I heard about that. Other titles, they got rid of a lot of the Western games that Square was developing with Raider and stuff like that. They're done with those people, companies, those studios. Yeah, so yeah, Square's not doing good. And then you see Capcom rising like crazy. They're doing pretty decent. Then you see Square going down. That's crazy. Just think about it. Expedition 33 is the game we wanted for Square Enix for a while. This would be a Square Enix, and this would have been like that game felt so Square Enix. It felt like a game that would have been in the past, and it could have been a Game of the Year contender kind of deal. Just think about it. That could have been Square, but instead they wanted to push this dumb fanfic, unrealistic standards. They were trying to get trends going, that this is what people want. I think they got really bad insiders. I think so. And they thought this is what people wanted in the West and the East. And they're like, we're going to try to please those people, but not please. I think it would be better to start by please your own country with your own Japan in general, where you're at. And then it will come to itself from other places. But this is not the way. This is how it should have been. Instead of focusing on other territories, other places in the world, you should focus on your own country and see what the people like there. Because a lot of people that like stuff that is made in their own country, a lot of people from other countries are in that culture. What they have to, what they are creating, characters, and that's what people are interested in. People are not interested in making a Japanese version of America or Europe or kind of deal. They really don't want that. You can make cultures like that, like they did for Final Fantasy. I think that's cool. It's well made. You see the Japanese art in it. It also has that like that old Oh, I thought that was cool. I have no problem with that. But maybe bringing it back to the Japanese is a good start. Let's just go with that. That's what I'm going to. Where Enix, I hope you learned your lesson. I hope so. I hope you do, because shame to lose. But that's it for Square. Let's get into. Okay, for the last topic for today, some other ones, but I'll leave that for today, guys. We're going to talk about Nintendo with the Switch. This came out recently. I thought this was kind of ironic. Remember all the people that went on Nintendo Direct? They were showing Mario Kart, Switch, released all the pricing for the Switch 2, pricing for the games, and people are saying, lower the price, lower the price. All these other were talking about, oh, it's just people spamming, they're trolling, whatever, this and that. It seemed like a lot of that talk that they were like, oh, it's just noise. Like they were. What? Nintendo is regretting now the price. 2. That's insane. That's insane.
Holy shit.
Switch 2 forecast falls flat as Nintendo admits high price tag could fails. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Talked about Nintendo Switch channel. Most disappointing reveal of all, one of the most disappointing reveals of all time. Switch 2. I was ready, locked and loaded. I was excited for the Switch 2. I really was, which should have been called Super. Talked about that last time. Should have been Super. I was locked and loaded, and then when we found out about the prices, and then bullshit Nintendo said, where it's like, oh, if you don't want this, you probably got a Nintendo Switch 1. Fuck Bowser. Not made for you. You're a pleb. You know, have money. Blah 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 blah. Kind of deal. I was like, I wouldn't say that to customers. Nintendo used to be the family-friendly one and the lowest in price, and now it's almost on the tier of a PlayStation 5 or Xbox. Oh, they're increasing the prices to those too. PlayStation's been doing the same now too. Nintendo's increasing the prices for accessories and the games, of course. Of course. They're to start. Why this flawed? Because there's no competition against Nintendo. Nintendo needs something oomph. Put back. Steam's the only one I think that has actually some sort of customer alignment with their customers. Valve. They're the only ones left right now at this point. If you're still playing consoles and you still haven't gotten a PC or a Steam Deck or anything, I feel bad for you. You're getting cucked constantly. Constantly. PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo now. You're getting cucked constantly. For a while, a lot of people did is they saw this coming and they just got on PC. They've gotten PC. They had a Nintendo Switch on the kind of deal. That's what I had. That's what I have. I didn't buy the PS5 or the Xbox. I thought they were scams. I was like, there's no games for them, really. There's a couple of games, but there's barely anything. Nintendo Switch had some games on it. They had the most. Most of them were just ports again, too, as well. There's some good ones here and there. A lot of ports, too. A lot of remastered remake. Not a lot. But, yeah, I want to just read a little bit of this because it's interesting now they're admitting publicly. Nintendo may be worried about Switch 2 sales numbers. Japanese video game company signaling more cautious outlook for its next console generation. In a newly published, might be a little bit. Oh, not bad. Okay, whatever. I'll leave it. Oh. Heck. Okay. The Japanese video May company is control translation. The newly published English translation outlook console generation is newly published translation of its end of the year financial Q&A. Nintendo president Shintaro Okurara directly addressed. Sorry, guys, I'm bad with names. Might have butchered. Directly addressed why the company has set a 15 million unit sale target. Nintendo Switch 2 first financial year, a figure that has raised eyebrows among investors and fans alike. So yeah, they said they want 15 million, which I don't think they're gonna make that 15 million. I could be wrong. I would give it maybe 10 mil or to 11 mil, I would say, but I don't think they're gonna hit their mark. I think there's a demand, but not as much of a demand as the original Switch. I think more people are just wait and see kind of vibe, where people are just waiting for the Switch 2. If what's going to happen with it? Maybe it's going to be a shit show when it launches. Maybe people are waiting for the holidays. Maybe people are just not even going to get it. And they're just waiting and seeing if Nintendo actually lower the price. Don't know. But yeah, that's what a lot of people are doing. And I don't think they're going to make that mark compared to the original Switch. Despite high pre-order interest in the US and Japan, along with global anticipation for this successor to the best-selling Switch, Nintendo's forecast is marginally higher than the original Switch 17 launch numbers. Okay. Fukuawa didn't shy away from the reason price. Nintendo Switch 2 is priced relatively high compared to the Nintendo Switch. So we recognize that there are corresponding challenges to early adaptation. Adderfied. So pretty much saying, okay, maybe this is going to be good in the beginning, but for the long run, I don't think this is going to last too long. It might hurt our sales. Yes, that's what I said. I said I don't have a problem with the Switch's price. I really don't. Really don't. I have a problem with the accessories, and if I'm going to get Joy-Con drift again, and as well as the games. Those are the biggest problems with pricing right now. Not the console itself. The console could be a problem too, if they increase them more. A lot of companies are doing that. Gotta blow my nose. But yeah, I think that's an interest that's what I thought it would be, but I don't know. While the company aims to replicate the success of the original Switch launch, Nintendo appears aware that the highest price tag may pose a barrier to casual gamers and budget conscious families. That's also, didn't you think about that? Remember when you did it for the Wii? The Wii was a very normie console. It came out. We're aiming for everyone. Now you're kind of excluding everyone now. Now it's like, well, this is for the rich people. These are for the rich mofos out there that want to Spend it all kind of deal. I thought you were a family-friendly brand, Nintendo. What happened? A demographic that was key to the original system runaway success. Counteract this, Nintendo is uh bundling key titles like Mario Kart World with the console and uh emphasizing continuous backward compatibility. Emphasizing, my bad. Emphasize. Can't read today. Can't read any. But they're yes. So they're doing, oh, it's backwards compatible. But is that actually, does that sell a console if it's backwards compatible? I don't think so. It's a nice feature. I think it should be built in for every console from the start because a lot of people like that. But I don't think that's the feature that a lot of people are actually interested in for the two. That's just me. I don't know, but I think most people are there for the games. And if the games are good, people will buy them, I guess. But now, how much will you buy it for now? This is the question. How much will gamers pay for these? Now maybe there's a threshold where it's time to maybe keep our wallets, maybe it's better to not get FOMO now and just get everything that's the newest thing. Oh my God, I must have it. I must have this. Time to stay back a little bit, sit down, actually look at what I can actually afford, what I can actually get. Maybe I'll get this in another time. Maybe price drop later down the line. Something. I'll wait because I'm good with my own Switch right now. I also have maybe a PC right now or something. Who knows? Maybe you have something in the background and you're like, I'm fine right now. I have a library full of games I gotta beat anyways. Just figure it out. Okay? Kind of deal. Cool. That's what smart people. That's what real people actually. They don't just get what's the newest thing, and it's like, oh, I must do it. Maybe if you're a content creator, I guess you can if you do reviews and stuff, maybe. But I don't know. I don't know. I still wouldn't. Nintendo Switch 2 can play compatible Nintendo Switch software, so there is continue continuity platform. For Fujiwara said, clearly trying to reassure both players and investors that generations won't on behind. So pretty much they're saying, don't give them time. You gotta buy it now, right now. Like this is it. You gotta do it now. Still worried about that sustaining Montaigne will be the biggest challenge. So yeah, the long run. How long will it last? Kind of deal. Can we maintain this hype for it? Question. We don't know. Don't know. I hope that it goes down a bit and they realize what is going on. Hope that would be a good way to show that the market is actually really smart and they're actually people that actually are saying what they're saying and they're not opening their wallets. They're actually saying, bring it down. We're not going to do this. Bring it down. It'll be an interesting thing. It would be companies live on you. Give them the money. They need the company doesn't things they want and you get upset about it and say what you're gonna actually say. Say, I'm not gonna support this company, I'm done with them, or I won't open my wallet, I won't pay this. They'll try to do as much as they can, bring you back. Try to do well, trust me. Live on this. If there is a momentum around the launch, we know it will not be that momentum going over the long term through the holiday season and beyond, he said. This acknowledgement hints at internal concerns about long-term, especially if the hardcore fans, early adapters, tapers off before the holiday shopping boom. In a gaming market crowded with powerful alternatives and shifting consumer habits, Nintendo may need more than strong branding and legacy software support. Yes. Had it all. They had it all. They had it. Now I've spoken up. The company also clarified that the forecast wasn't based on any production geopolitical factors like tariffs. Oh boy, here comes with the tariffs again. Not that. Trust me, not that. They already knew everything. They knew. They were just testing the waters. Let's see if people actually buy it if we have. Let's just see. In order to achieve sales of 15 million units, will you manufacture the hardware in quantity greater than that? We are working to strengthen our production capacity on flexibility demand.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Also responded to the critics that Switch lacks innovation, suggesting that while the new system may appear similar to its predecessor, it has been redesigned from the ground up with its company's hardware software. Yeah, it looks the same. That's why it should have been called Super Switch. Why is it called Switch 2? I like the name, first of all. I really don't. It should have been called Super Switch. Just an updated, better version of the Switch. Like the Wii U, there was actually something different with the gamepad. Kind of deal, I think. It was a little bit different, but you still had Wii rated in it, but it has a different name. I don't know. I just don't like it. It says 2. I know PlayStation has been doing numbers. Xbox has saying that their names are absolutely yeah, Switch and Super something. But it's just a buffed version of Switch. That's all it is. These are products very character of Nintendo, packed full of development team quality through various creative. Other words, not be revolutionize this console land. Doesn't, but it aims to become Nintendo's new standard. Question is whether a more expensive, backwards compatible, conservatively forecasted magic propelled the Switch to best selling system. So if let's just say if Iwata was still alive, okay, would he be okay with it? I don't think so. I don't think he would be okay with this. I think Iwata had a lot of good things going. Before he passed away, had a pretty much detailed explanation what the next console, what it should be going moving forward. Said he wanted to do a console on the go style, switch it both on and off. He wanted that. Saw the next level of the Wii U, and it was big. Wada was an inventor. He was a inspiration to a lot of people. And yeah, he had some bad moments too. GameCube was kind of meh. Then he had the Wii, brought them back up, Nintendo. But he had a lot of impact, I would say. had a lot of innovation. I think that's what's Nintendo's missing recently. A lot of innovation, a lot of creativity in some ways. Um, I don't know, just something is different about Nintendo. I wish if Inuwata was still Inuwata, I think it could be better. Understand this more. Because remember, when the Wii was failing, took his paycheck. He took all his money out of everything so it could happen. So he lost a lot because he took it all. He took everything. It was proper. So I don't know. It is an interesting question. Would it be different? Thought it was still. It could have been another bummer. Don't know. Could have been another is interesting. With all eyes now on Nintendo's official reveal and launch, the company is walking tight, satisfying early adapters and maintaining long-term mass appeal. A balance that definitely define the brand. Okay. Nintendo Switch 2 will see strong sales numbers sound off in the but yeah. So it is interesting. Nintendo just admitting that customers right here to that people they know that this is not sustainable. It could be, but they don't know the future. Could be a great long run. Could be good. But they're saying what we had, I think we might lose. So you're alienating another well, that brand that you were with just alienated. So I don't know. No, this is interesting. I've never seen so much pushback this hard in a long time. I loved Nintendo. I had every console I had. Besides the virtual. Um, but in the Wii U, I like the Wii U. I like the Wii. It had some good moments in. Um, but yeah, I don't know what to say. Nintendo, Nintendo needs to think about what they're doing. Nintendo, they don't listen to their customers. They don't listen. They just do, pretty much. Then when it actually comes out to be true or whatever that numbers show it, then they'll switch up gear. But they have to. This is gonna alienate a lot of your. Yep. All right, guys. Bunch of people are viewing. So much for coming, guys. Again, like this, sub if you could. I'd talk more about these subjects here, guys. If you like and sub, guys, appreciate it very much. Get the chat going. Good. It really helps the algorithm, actually. Just spam emojis in the chat. That helps me a lot, too. As well as anything else, chatting, moving. Chat moving. They like that. Algorithm likes that. Likes that. That if you could. Thank you. Let's get some conversation going. If Guys, enjoy everything. And all the guys that rewatch the videos and the replays, you guys are always the best. You guys are the MVP. Come back, you watch. Like, I missed out. I got to see this. What did Peti have to say today? I want to see what this is all about, these topics, so I can get caught up on the show kind of deal. See what's up kind of deal. Yeah, I think that's it for me today, guys. This now, I thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you very much. New video. Check out the new video. If you guys like Street Fighter 6, video up. Check that out. Channel itself as well. There'll be more stuff coming. More stream, more videos on the way, guys. Just gonna get stuff ready if I can make it. Gotta make some time. Gotta make some time. How everything goes. No? Just is. That's just how it goes. All right, guys. I'll see you guys next week. If not, I'll post if I'll do a tomorrow or tonight. Maybe a gaming. I don't know. After dark as well on Sunday. Late Sunday. Or Monday. I'll post on that too. I'll keep you posted, guys, on when is what. Okay? Okay, guys. Have a good one all. Have a great week, guys. And next one. See you all. Have a good one all. Lot of topics. Never stops. Keeps on going. Like going. Guys.
Are you not entertained?